Oh, hello? Hello?
Hello.
Oh, why are you so quiet? I can't hear you.
Uh, I'm just being quiet because Kenny's on the phone at the moment.
Oh, it's my fault. My settings are low.
Oh, okay, okay.
There we go. We are live, by the way.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second then.
For everyone else, welcome to the second to last day of the game jam. I did do some work before the stream. Um, I'm still working on getting it set up. Uh, Essentially, I did some more motion capture work for the enemy. One more animation for the player character, and then I did some animations in case we can add a boss later, which, but we'll see. You know, it might happen. There we go. So, let's start by getting all the enemy animations in here, because that's gonna be a majority of the work. Also the models. There's a lot of models to import. So, finished works. We need this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So what I've effectively done for the enemy is I gave him just kind of an orange and white color scheme. Okay. Made an enemy variant of basically every armor piece, so that way we can just kind of make them however we want. Oh shoot, I didn't want to include the base model. Oh well. So an idea I saw a video after the stream yesterday where a guy put all of the static meshes into an array and then just kind of did a for loop to determine whether or not they would be visible. I thought that's kind of cool, so we might try something like that today, but one thing at a time, right? Let's see. We also need to give him his own animation suite, which is going to be much, but we'll make it work. Let's start small though. Let's get him all his accessories. Oh, did the helmet not import? I guess not. Okay, well let me go find that now. Enemy base model gauntlets, knuckles, shin guard, shoulders, thigh guard, torso. Did I not export the helmet? That's gonna be embarrassing. Let's get that real quick. Ugh. Luckily, I saved all my work before closing this. Enemy helmet. Selected objects only. Copy. And then before we close Blender, we'll make sure that we can actually import that. There it is. Cool. So now if we search for it, nope. There we go. Then we can do the attach to component. Just component to component. Plug that up there. Plug this up here. I think that's what I called it. I'm gonna have to pull the skeleton back up just to make sure. Well, that's not a good sign now, is it? Okay. Take me to the skeleton, please. Helmet socket. That is what it's called. Could it just be because I exported the helmet weird? Yeah, it could be because I exported the helmet weird. Man, that's a little frustrating.
Hello, sir.
Oh, hello there. How's it going?
It is going.
Isha. Just for transparency, we are live right now. You good with that? Okay, let's give this.
Haley was yelling at me. Hello, world.
Hello, world.
Do you like Yummy Hustle?
Did you say? Oh, Yomi Hustle. Okay, I totally misheard you.
Yeah. I found a game that is Yummy Hustle, and more than 2 people.
Ooh. Now that's interesting.
And
What's it called?
it's like a top-down kind of grid-based.
Oh, it's grid based.
Yeah. It's not 2D fighter. It's grid-based mech fighter.
It is interesting.
Mecha Simultactic.
Oh my god.
And it is full free.
Neat.
I saw that you were here, so I figured I would mention it. I know that you are busy. I'm going to send you a link to it for your perusing at a later time.
Please do. I'm interested.
It would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. We do need to play Yomi again. It was so much fun.
We do need to play Yummy again. It's great. But this is something I would very much enjoy playing. And you take a look at that sometime, and you let me know what you think.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay. Good luck with the stream. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
I will also be leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was nice of him to drop by for a few minutes. Enemy torso. Torso. That one looks almost like it belongs there, but that's what I said about the helmet too, so probably gonna need to make a proprietary socket for that one too. It's gonna be a lot of work, and I really wished it wasn't. Let's see, chest. Let's try the default socket first, and if it's good, then we'll roll with it, and if it's not good, we'll change it. Damn. Okay. Add socket. We're gonna have to do this for each one. Pretty confident in that now. Add a preview mesh. Where is it? Oh, there it is. -90, and then let's try the okay. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we're gonna do that. Hey. Okay. Next one. Let's do the shoulder pads next. We're gonna need to do 2 of these. shoulder R and shoulder L. Go ahead and make 2 of these. One here, plug it up. I need to add these reroute nodes. There we go. Just like that. And like that. Okay, shoulders. We want to do it based on the collar. So we'll add a socket here. Take this socket, put it here. Add a preview mesh. I know for a fact we need to do -90. Or at least I thought that's what we needed to do. Oh, right. There it is. Okay, so left collar was -90, not the answer. Well, now I'm even more confused. Where did it go? Oh, so it was the answer. Okay, so -90. Probably -90 here. 0, -90 here. There we go. Then just drop it straight down. Let's go with 65, 60, 62. 62 it is. And then we need it to go forward just a hair. So maybe, well, this works too. I do need to do that. Yeah, we'll put it around there. Well, maybe we can, hold on, 63. 63 looks good. 2, 3, 4. Let's do 3.5. And then we need to move this forward just a hair, so maybe 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 62. Cool. Okay, now we need to do the same thing for the right collar, which is right here. We can probably use a lot of the same coordinates to get started and then work our way to what we need. So right click, add preview, shoulder pad. So we need to do 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. And then let's do -90. -90. Okay. +90. And then just -90 here. -62. I think that's what we landed on for over there, right? Left collar, 62. And then 3.5 and 2. So -3.5 and 2. -2. There we go. Nice. Okay, we got a few more things to add. I gave him some gauntlets and knuckles, so we're gonna do that next. Let's do knuckles first, I guess. Static mesh, we need to find the knuckles. There they are. Knuckles R. Knuckles L. Ugh. Drag these over here. Add some reroute nodes. Well, we'll put the left knuckle here and the right knuckle over here. Cool. That was the right hand. Add the preview mesh. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's do negative 90. 90. Bring this down. There we go. We're getting somewhere. Let's make this negative 30, negative 62, negative 63. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Let's go negative 67. Nope. Negative 35. Negative 32. There we go. Cool. Now we just need to do the same thing for the left hand. Add a socket here. Okay. 0.01s across the board, negative 90. Okay, and then just 64. $25 seems good. Yeah, I'm not gonna fight with that too much. Yeah, I mean, you can tell, but it's not that bad. Okay, let's give him some gauntlets. Gauntlet R. Gauntlet L. Grab these components, attachments stuff. Gauntlet R here. There we go. Let's add some sockets here. We want it on the forearm. So this is the left forearm socket. Add a preview mesh. 0.01. Okay. Negative 90. Let's go 60 for now, and then we'll slide it to the right. Maybe about here. 21, 20. 20 is good. Okay, and then here we'll go 64, 63, 62. Okay. That works. Okay. Let's just see what that looks like. Left forearm socket. Oh, I didn't assign a mesh. That's on me. Gauntlets. And gauntlets. Not too bad. Yeah, it actually lines up pretty nicely. Cool. Right forearm. Copy that, paste that over yonder. Give it basically the same treatment here. I want to do negative 91, 90. Am I crazy? Oh, sizing. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Oh, I didn't add a preview mesh. Man, my brain is scrambled. There it is. Okay, so this is gonna have to be opposite. Let's do positive 90, bring it down to 64, negative 64. Negative 64, just to start. Negative 25. 3, 2. Then negative 60, negative 62. Let's push a little bit. Negative 30, 30. How about 27? That should be good. Cool. Compile, save. Not bad. Okay, thigh guards and shin guards, and then we'll be done. So, thigh. Abdomen, chest, collar, left shoulder, forearm, hand, neck, collar. Am I blind? There they are. Before we add that socket, we should probably add the meshes. Static mesh over here. Thigh guard. No. R. Paste them over here, hook these up. Put this here. Okay, I didn't assign static meshes again. Enemy thigh guard, here we go. Okay, add a socket. This is the left thigh socket. So copy that, paste it over here. Add the preview mesh. 01.01.01. Negative 90. Okay, so we actually maybe need to do positive 90. And then 90? 180. Aha! Okay, and then we just gotta slide this up. Maybe 170. And then slide this over this way. Okay, and then to the right. Something like that. Maybe exactly like that, actually. Okay, let's give them some stronger numbers so we can work with it. 19.5 and negative 4.5. Cool. Add this here. Copy that. Preview. 90 and 170. And maybe just on 80. Yeah, okay. Bring it in a little bit. That should be good, and then make sure there's no clipping. There's a little bit of clipping. It's not, I don't think it's that bad. I don't want to get stuck on this either, though. Maybe... Yeah, negative 8 pulls it out of there. So maybe we'll just also... There we go. Nice. Looking strong. And then finally, shin guards. And then we can get back to programming a bit. Shin L. Shin R. Shin guard and shin guard. Here we go. Oh, there's still so much to do. Okay, plug this in here. Get a reroute node here, plug that in here, reroute node, drag that up here. All right, right shin, left shin. Okay, left shin. Zero ones across the board. Add a preview mesh. All right, good news. That's actually pretty close. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay. A little bit down. A little bit to the left, and a little bit back. Maybe a little more to the left. 20.5. Or we could add a little angle to this, maybe 91. 85. Then bring this forward to the left. That'll do it. Okay, so that's one down. Right shin, here we go. .01s. Got a preview mesh. Bring it up a bit. How about positive 85? There we go. There we go. -7, -5, -6. And then -1. Looks solid to me. Okay, put that in the socket. Look at that. It's our armored boy. Now, here's what we're gonna do. On event begin play, we're going to make an armor array. Static mesh component, compile, oops, I didn't make it an array. Get a drink of water. Oh yeah, Unreal, eat my RAM. Like the stream, do it. There we go. Okay. Add. Or can I do get static mesh components? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. So shin R, shin L. I want to add we'll do thigh guards. We'll do the gauntlets. Actually, we'll take the gauntlets too. Shin guards, thigh guards, gauntlets, and shoulders will randomize whether or not they're visible. Okay. Drag this over here. Okay. Oops. Meant to, there we go. Do that. And then what this is going to allow us to do is just use, like I said earlier, use a for loop to randomize which armor pieces are visible and which ones are invisible, so that way, even though we don't really have enemy variants or enemy types per se, we still have some visual variety that the player can enjoy a little bit. Drag that over there, drag this over here, and drag this over here. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this a sequence. First, make that array. Then, for each loop, we'll do a branch and do a weighted bool. Random bool with weight. There we go. And we'll just leave it at 50% chance. And then set hidden in game. One more thing we should probably do is make sure that these don't have collisions turned on, because that's not necessary. No collision. So 50-50 chance, armor part is hidden in game. And so if we, assuming Unreal doesn't crash, if we boot this up, that sure looks like everything. There we go. Oh, I got a glitch on my screen, but that's okay. Look, you can see one of the thigh guards, one of the shin guards, and one of the shoulder panels are now missing. Pretty neat. Maybe we should increase the weight to like 65%, just so we can get some more randomization out of it. Look at that, that's pretty neat. It's on one side, which is kind of funny. Oh, here we go. This one is like almost everything. No, literally everything. Wow. That's just a borderline naked dude. Alright, we got that set up now. I guess we should set up his animation stuff, because that's the other thing I need to import. Okay, so let's 3D assets, 3D assets, animations, we'll make a new folder, call it enemy, dive in here, import, and then I think I put it under anims, new folder, yes, enemy collection. And then we just hook it up to the same skeleton. And look at that, we got new animations. We just gotta figure out which ones are which now. Our favorite game. We also need to make sure that they are set to 3 times speed, because I'm great at this. This looks like the idle animation, so that's good. Enemy idle. Oh, right, 3 times speed. I can't remember. Let me look at my original folder. Because I genuinely can't remember what all animations I recorded. I just kind of like put on the motion capture suit and just went at it. Enemy heavy, enemy hit react, idle, knockdown, run. Okay, so that's his only attack. Okay. Enemy attack. That looks like hit react. Enemy hit react. That's enemy knockdown, so let me get rid of those ending frames. And frame 0 for that matter. Enemy knock down. Might as well go reverse and make sure that, yep, frame 0 is a T-pose. We can remove these frames. Remove these frames. Remove these frames. Move these frames just in case. Cool. What's the last animation? Oh, that's the run animation. Yeah, I didn't know what to do for the run animation, so I just kind of did whatever. Let's start here with his left hand up. And we'll loop that. Okay, maybe a little further. Okay, it's a little bit noticeable, but I'm sure we can make it work somehow. Enemy run. Cool, so now we need to add some notifies. Right, we need to make this montage first. Create anim montage. Enemy hit react montage. We'll let the enemies start reacting. Here, combo reset. Enemy attack. Right there. I didn't make this a montage. Create anim montage. Enemy attack. Combo hit. Combo reset. And then I don't think we need to do montages for anything else, do we? Nah, I think we're good. Well, okay. The enemy knockdown animation does need to be a montage, technically. So we'll do that. Okay, let's make the enemy animation blueprint real quick. Animation blueprint for this. Enemy animation blueprint. State machine. Plug that in like that. And then I already forgot what it's called. In order for montages to work, you need to have right, default slot. That's what I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting something. Default slot. This basically allows the montages to use this to interrupt any ongoing animations. It's not anything complicated, thankfully. Alright, state machine, we'll do idle. Make sure looping is ticked true here. Ta-da! We'll add another state. We'll call this run. Enemy run. Here it is. make sure this is also ticked as looping. And then what we'll do is we need to go to the event graph, try get pawn owner, cast to enemy parents. Get velocity. Was it velocity? Get velocity. There we go. Get just length, actually. Vector length. And we'll promote that to a variable. This will be speed. Cool. Now that that's defined, this is idle to run, so if speed is greater than 0, you can run. And then if you want to stop running and be idle, all you need to do is make sure that your speed is equal to 0. And that's pretty much most of that animation graph done. Now we just got to work on the event graph here. So anim notify combo hit. We need the player blueprint real quick, just as a reference point for what we're doing here. I thought Unreal was going to crash there. I was so worried. Okay. We can get rid of this. We know this is working. Dodge, special, parry, light attack, combo hit. Here we go. Combo hit. So we need to make a combo hit event. So custom event, combo hit. And then we can just copy most of the logic here. Just take all this, bring it over here. So basically we're going to get the actors, when combo hit starts, we're going to get the enemy's location, get the forward vector so we know which direction he's looking, and spawn a little capsule. If this capsule hits an actor, it will damage that actor. Pretty straightforward stuff, thankfully. And then we want to add stuff. There's so much to do. I'm not even... first of all, we need to make sure that when this character gets possessed, they'll have control of him regardless of how he spawns in the world, which I believe is here. Auto-possess AI, placed in the world or spawned. There we go. And then we'll just add a little event here. Custom event. Attack. We're going to need to set a boolean called pending action. Single boolean, thankfully. And we can just set that to false by default. But when you are attacking, we need to do a branch first, actually. If it's false, set it to true, play montage, anim montage. And the anim montage will be the enemy attack montage. And then on the apply damage side of things, I think we have the wrong animation set up for right now because that's all we had. Now we can set up the enemy hit react montage. There's the knockback stuff. So I think one more thing we want to do is select all of this, do a branch. We're going to set a float variable called health. We'll set the default to, I don't know, 100. And as long as health is greater than 0, you can do the knockdown animation and everything will be fine. But if it's not greater than 0, we will do the enemy knockdown montage. And then we need to set, probably the cheapest way to do this is to just say set pending action true, because there will be no way to untick it once it's started. Cool. Now we just need a way to apply that damage. So go back to the start here. So damage should be health minus damage, which is the new health. And then keep all that the same. Oh, I didn't switch out his animation blueprint. That's on me. Enemy parent, skeleton mesh, enemy animation blueprint. Oh, he's reacting a little slow. Okay, we need to tweak the hit react animation. Not too much of a surprise there, but it is kind of annoying. They've got to go do that real quick. Enemy hit react. It needs to be almost immediate, so we'll just drop these frames here. Cool. Create animation montage. And then go back to the enemy parent, go to the blueprint. Compile and save. It's kind of fun to bully him. Oh, what am I stuck on? Oh, shoot. I forgot to get rid of this wheel. So now, be gone. Okay. We need to get the enemy some AI going. It's kind of one of my weak points, so I'm kind of nervous about this. So first things first, we're gonna need a volume, nav mesh volume. I believe this is 20 by 20 by 20. Well, not quite, but we can work with that. And then just make sure that's working. Is it working? Oh, there we go. Cool. Now let's go to blueprint class. Player controller, we'll call it enemy controller. And then we'll start setting up some logic in here. Enemy controller. Okay, so in theory, we'll do some test. Cast to enemy parent get controlled pawn, and then just attack. It works. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up some additional functionality. I keep forgetting whether or not you can use AI Move 2 in the character or not, so we're going to start with that. So let's, first of all, randomize appearance. Apply damage. I guess one more thing we should do in here is oh, let's just duplicate this. Call it is dead because I'm feeling lazy. Compile. No. Set is dead to true. And then branch. Is he dead? Set lifespan. I don't know, 3 seconds? That way, it'll be despawned. Anyway, AI stuff. Let's make a move. So, hit player. I should test that actually, real quick. Where's the player's apply damage? Is that it? Yep, okay, we're gonna highlight that. Apply damage. Okay, so the player does have a print string there. Okay, run, 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 run. Oh, we didn't add the... Yeah, that thing. It's kind of important to actually add the functionality for the attack, huh? Get enemy parent and attack. Oh no, not attack. Combo hit. Alright, let's make sure the enemy can damage us. Evidently he cannot. Okay, so why can't he damage us? Damaged actor, base damage 1. And that's why. Okay. Custom, turn that on. Now let's try again. Hey, look at that. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So attack. We'll make another custom event here. We'll call it rush the player. Actually, we'll just call it charge. I don't want to type all that every time. Charge. AI move 2. Let's give it a, I don't know, 150 radius. And the destination will be get player character. The pawn will be get a reference to self. And then on success, I don't know, do nothing. Actually, you know what? On success, delay. We'll give it 5 seconds. I still need to come up with an enemy manager. Ugh, there's so much to do. And then attack. Right. Gotta set it up in the controller too. Charge. Alright, he's not doing anything, so that's not a great start. What if we move this over here? Okay, I move to pawn, get player character, radius 150. Nope. Doesn't need an AI. I feel like I run into this issue every single time I want to do AI. Let's see here. If I go back up here, auto-possess AI placed in world or spawned, AI class, enemy controller. Not seeing anything that would prevent it from doing anything. This might be one of those things where I need to relearn this system again, which is kind of annoying because I do this like every single time I want to do this AI stuff. Okay. What if I do, instead of get target actor, get player character, I don't know why I deleted it the first time. Get actor location. Acceptable radius 5. Nope. Okay. Google's my friend. Gotta relearn this stuff all over again. Unreal Engine 5. Set up AI. Step 1 is an AI controller. Create an AI controller. Make a character. Pawn category, AI class controller, set it to your AI. Placed in spawn world. Add a nav mesh to your level. Nav mesh bounds volume. Press P to make sure it's working. Add logic to your AI. Movement. Event graph, event begin play. Oh, are you serious? I didn't think so. Destination, target actor, connect the pins. Okay, maybe I just gotta say Unreal Engine 5 AI not working. So let's check the movement component. Whoa, jeez.
Hi.
Thanks for the caffeine. Oh, Kurgatus, welcome to the stream. Is it okay to get your opinion on to my lore that is me and my friend are making? Sure. Go ahead and read it. Here, I'll move my window so I can see the chat while I'm researching this. Class defaults, auto possess, place to roll and spawn. Character movement component. Use acceleration for path. I already made the introduction lore script. Oh, that's neat. I could show you a video if you want. I'm kind of behind on my work, so I don't want to stop and watch a video. It's nothing against you, just I'm so far behind. I barely have a game running right now. So I'd like to focus on that if you're willing to let me do that. Like if you write it out and I can read that, because I can work and read at the same time, but otherwise I would prefer if I could focus on this, because it's not going very well, if I'm being honest. Unreal, why do you make this so hard? One vast ocean, great kingdoms, flourished where adventure sailed the seas. Various fruits granted extraordinary powers unto those who consumed them, yet peace was not to endure. Great calamity known as the fracture shook the heavens and shattered the world. The oceans were sundered into 3 great seas, islands were scattered across the waters, countless secrets were lost to time. Adventures once more instead of sail in search of power. This is very similar to One Piece. Was that in the intention? Nothing wrong with that. If you're using like One Piece's premise as a way to get started, like that's a fun way to go about it. It was? Oh, okay, cool. Glad I guessed right on that one. Inspired by blocks, fruits, and Roblox in One Piece. Oh shoot, that's cool. Being inspired by Roblox games. I remember when Roblox barely functioned as a browser game. It's so cool to hear people being inspired by it in the modern day. I found out what the issue is, by the way. I always forget this. The skeleton mesh has a collision. We don't want that. I do this every single time. Or maybe that's not the issue. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. It's a freestyle of One Piece. Some seek glory, some seek fortune. Those seek behind the fracture itself. The seas await the traveler. Thy legend begins now. Very flowery writing. I'll say that much. Do you write fiction often, or just kind of like first go around with this? No collision, no collision. No collision, capsule component. Long before the fracture, this man known as the King Veyron. He once was a great ruler, beloved by his people, unmatched in strength, yet Veyron desired more than power over kingdoms. He exerted power over the world itself. Legend speaks of an ancient fruit hidden beneath the ocean, a fruit forbidden by the gods. It was said that whoever consumed it would gain unimaginable power but at a terrible cost. Blinded by ambition, Veyron sought the fruit and consumed it. And at first his power grew beyond measure. The seas bent to his will, storms obeyed his command, and no warrior would stand against him, but the fruit slowly corrupted his heart, turning his desire for greatness into a hunger for domination. When the kingdoms united to stop him, Veyron unleashed the full might of his power. The battle shook the world. The skies darkened. The seas rose. and in a single catastrophic moment, the world was shattered. The disaster became known as the fracture. The oceans. Excuse me. Ocean split into 3 great seas. Entire kingdoms sank beneath the waves. Veyron vanished without a trace. Many believe he perished, others still believe he lives, hidden somewhere beyond the known seas, gathering strength and waiting for the day for his return. Now, centuries later, strange signs have begun to appear. Ancient ruins awaken, forgotten fruits surface, and whispers of the fractured king spread across the sea. Some dismiss them as mere legends, but those who know the old stories, fear Veyron. But those who know the old stories fear that Veyron's shadow will never truly left the world, and if he returns, the fractured seas may break once more. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting premise to work off of. Can be main nav data. That's not it. It's a Metroidvania, but more like 2.5D. The camera's on top of the player's head, and it's a side-scroller. It sounds neat. Are you using a game engine for that, or are you building your own engine? You know what? I need to work on something else. I can't get stuck on this AI for too long. I have notes on my phone that I wrote today about what else I wanted to work on. Right, I wanted to add a cinematic camera. That's what I wanted to do. We're using Scratch for the time being, since we still don't understand Python. But when we release beta, we probably release it in blank. Okay. If we get sponsored, we could release it on Steam. I mean, how much? I think it's only $100 to add a game on Steam. If you just work on the game, push some money on the side, like it could work really well. Itch. Oh yeah, releasing it on Itch is a great start. Most of my projects are on Itch too. Anyway, I saw a video on how to add cinematic camera angles, and I kind of wanted to try it. So first you need to do is add another spring arm. We'll call this tension angle. We'll attach it to the capsule component. Let's reset the location. And then I want to rotate it 180 degrees. Put it there. And then just to see if it works, when we hit the transformation button, I think what they said you had to do was let's do this. Give me a sequence node. The development phase going, have to get started. Bye, hope you finish your game as well. Yep, thanks for dropping by, it was a pleasure. Have fun on your game, good luck. Okay, so while the, actually I wanted that to, the wheel to be second. I don't know why I did that. So anyway, we attach component to component. No, not actor. Attach component to component. Camera. So let's just test if that works. Cool, so it works. So what I was thinking about doing is I was going to move the wheel to waist level, so that way it can act kind of like a belt. Kind of a cool idea. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I wanted to give it a try anyway. So we're going to need a hip bone. There it is. And we'll just call it the belt socket. And because we don't really have a preview mesh for this actor, we're just going to have to freeball it a little bit. But let's go to the construction script. Set the parent to be the same, skeleton, belt socket, and get the wheel. Which means we also need to make the wheel a child of the capsule component instead of the camera, but that's not a big deal. Maybe we can even, nah. Let's not get crazy just yet. Okay, so first off, we need to go 90 degrees a couple different ways. Definitely 90 degrees this way, and definitely 90 degrees this way. Okay, that's looking promising as a start. We'll go out a little bit. And then let's set this to be, I don't know, 0.05. Kind of works, kind of works. The lights are a little bit bright, but we can change that later. So now just to test this, that's unfortunate. Okay. Let's go back to our event graph. Make sure this is snap to target. And then we want to make sure we reverse this after the fact it's done. We'll just make this a new custom event. Call it return to standard. And then get rid of tension angle and get the original spring arm back in play. Hero character. Oh, we can just add it to the end of this then, huh? Oh. Hey, Awen. Thanks for the get caffeinated. So we'll just extend this out here. Return to standard. So in theory, Unreal, don't crash. Why is the spinning so random? Maybe we should add a delay here. Delay. And we'll put it as 0.5. There we go. Gives it a little bit of flair. Okay, I can just kind of adjust that for now. The regular camera angle, I'm also not entirely happy with it just because it doesn't let you see the animations very well. So I'm just going to try 20 degrees that way. That was not much of a change, evidently. How about 30 degrees more? Okay, it's just straight up not changing. Does the camera need to change angles? That would be weird. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh god. I'm getting another sip of water. Mm. Hmm. Let's see. Can I do this? That certainly worked. I'm kind of curious why the wheel is so random in its spinning. That might be why, actually. What if I just set that to be 25 and let it spin? Okay. Seems like it's still randomizing my stuff. Yeah, so probably should have just done that from the beginning. I found out a way to fix the arm issue, by the way, when working on the enemy. Literally copy paste all this. And set the index to 1. There's another material slot that the Unreal Engine made for the other arm. And that's literally all that's needed to fix this issue. It's a little bit silly, but at least it's something fixable. So now, if I run this, you can see I got both arms are blue. Oh, okay, well, there goes my luck. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I know why, because I didn't do that. There we go. And then you can see that the hand, or the right hand, is actually the right color now. It's no longer, skin with some blues. I don't know why that's how it went, but that's how it went. Anyway, now that that's fixed, I guess we can also work on some particle effects. I really should work on the enemy AI. It's not working, but I need to do something about it instead of putting it off. Okay. What if I raise him an inch? Okay, that didn't do anything. Ah, shoot. This is so annoying. Uh, I'm not sure. Every time I try to work with enemy AIs, it's always like 50-50 if it's gonna work or not, and it's so frustrating. E5, enemy AI not moving. AI not moving, easy fix, Unreal Engine tutorial. Okay, we'll try that. Excuse me. He's just demonstrating. Oh. Okay, he got it working. He's talking about the nav mesh, which I do have set up correctly. He's just going over the basics again. Man, this is so dry. Oh, he's getting somewhere. So he's discussing the AI controller aspect, which is over here. Oops. This stuff right here. That's what he's talking about. But I have all that already, so I'm not sure. Oh, okay. That was not informative at all to what my issue is. So maybe something in the enemy controller defaults that I'm missing? Start with tick enabled. That's not it. That's not it. Everything I'm seeing points to me doing it right. I'm just not sure. Here, print string. Okay. Don't even know if it's calling the charge event. Here, just check this down here. Okay, so the event is being called, it's just AI move to is not functioning. Ah! So frustrating. Can't believe this is what's stopping us right now. Oh, I saw Blender open in the background too. Probably should close that. Okay. Just to double check myself, right? Class defaults. It is being controlled by the enemy controller. The AI will auto-possess it when it's placed in the world or spawned. The skeletal mesh has its collisions disabled. All of these have their collisions disabled. I just don't understand why it's not working. What if I do that? Nope, he fell through the world. Okay, so maybe do this one thing at a time. World static. Okay, he's holding his place. Ah! That's so frustrating. Simple AI not moving. Let's check this one. For anyone that runs into a similar issue, it turns out when you enable world partition in the project settings, it auto-applies this to the nav mesh settings. On all levels, even ones that are not partitioned. To fix this, I just went to the nav mesh settings, set world partition to false. Okay, let's try that. Nav mesh settings. It seems like it's already turned off. World partition, advanced. Okay, so maybe I just need to... Engine... Navigation mesh. World partition, advance. That certainly doesn't seem like it's world partition turned on. Auto create navigation system. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would trigger that. Wow, this is so frustrating. It really shouldn't be this complicated. Ah. I just don't know. Class defaults. Maybe because this is a different kind of controller? No, because it's working. It is communicating with the enemy parent. Just in case, let's go to Blueprint class, search AI controller, enemy AI controller. Then event begin play, we'll add a slight delay. And on completed, cast to enemy and enemy parent. Get controlled pawn. And then do charge. It's set to AI move, so we know that that's what it is. Oh, right, we need to change the controller. There it is. Enemy AI controller. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You know what? I'm glad I found the answer. I'm going to take that. The answer was found. We did it. Oh, God. So on success, well, first of all, let's increase that radius. That's still too close. Okay, let's do 500. 250. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna move them around. That looks like 350 is what I want. I just want them to be far enough away to where the player has the option to engage and doesn't feel pressured. Yeah, something like that. And then what we'll do is event tick. Or maybe not tick, but I guess event tick actually. Set rotation. Get actor rotation. Or maybe what I want to do, get actor location, set look at, no. Get player character, get actor location. Find look at rotation. So that way the enemy is looking at the player at all times. And then we will lerp it. Get actor rotation. Let's see how well that works. Delta seconds. Okay, so seconds is too slow. Let's try 0.5. Maybe we need to clamp the rotator. Clamp? No? You can't clamp rotators? Lerp, invert, delta, combine, break and route access, to transform to quaternion. That's not what I want. Rotator. Smoothing, build string, rotator to text, break rotator. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. And we'll check shortest path. Maybe that'll fix it. Oh, that did fix it. Neat. Okay, so his attack is also missing something. Let's we'll have him repeat the charge. Every 5 seconds, the enemy will try and get closer to the player. That's what we're gonna do. We'll set this to be look at player. And then we have the attack function. One thing it's missing is sliding. So we're gonna go to our hero character and steal that. It doesn't really fit in there, does it? Nope. Okay, we're making this a little harder on ourselves. We'll just slide this out a little bit. Ooh, you know what we can do? Because this is a different character. Go to the animations for the enemy. Enemy attack montage. Right about here, we'll add a notify. We'll make a new notify. We'll call it charge. And this will be when we trigger the enemy actually lunging at the player. So now we need to go to the animation blueprint. This is not the right blueprint. Enemy. Okay, I guess we're gonna navigate there manually. Content, blueprints, enemy, animation blueprint. There we go, that's more like it. Anim notify. Charge. And then we'll make a custom event right below the attacking one. Custom event, call it lunge, because I love mixing my naming conventions. I think that's really cool. Makes me look smart. It's not, but we can pretend. We'll have them lunge 25 units. Lunge. Alright, let's see what that looks like. Oh shoot, I forgot I disabled that. then break this. Show me your moves. Nice. Cool, that's exactly what I wanted. Now we need to make an enemy manager and an enemy spawner. So what we're gonna do is, I think we already have a game mode set up, so we can just kind of put it in there. Let's do this. Event begin play. Actually, you know what? We don't need event begin play, because we can just custom event attack the player, get all actors of class, enemy parent, we'll get a random. Any one of these guys will do. And we will cast to enemy parent. And attack. And then what we'll do is at the end of each enemy's attack cycle, up here, attack, lunge, and then the actual hit player. We should put these together. At the end of this, we'll add a short delay. Actually, one more thing we should do, just so we don't get errors. Get a branch, get the length, and is it greater than 0? That way we're not trying to communicate with enemy AI when there's none around. Anyway, after the enemy attacks, there will be a, let's do a 3-second delay, and the next one will start winding up. So cast to combat mode. Get game mode. And attack the player. Bam. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what would be the instigator? What causes the first enemy to swing? A trigger volume. Pretty much it. To prove that, I'm gonna make one right now. Oh, surprise. So let's make level BP. We'll just make a small actor. We'll call it trigger volume. Add a box collision. And then on component hit, cast to combat mode, get game mode, attack the player. Now we can test this because, okay, well, maybe first of all, make sure this box collision is not hidden in game. I want to be able to see it. Second off, let's make this volume box pretty big. Let's go with 5x5. That should be decent. So we can see enemy is not attacking us. He's just kind of looking for us. But if I do this, nothing happens because this is not set up correctly. Ah! Alright, trigger volume. What are your collision settings? Overlap all dynamic. Is it because I'm using on component hit instead of on component begin overlap? Oh yeah, that's it. Cool. Cool, we now have a trigger volume. Yay! That means we can make levels and stuff. But we need an enemy spawner, so let's do that next. Let's get an actor, we'll call it enemy spawner. And then we'll change this trigger volume settings as well, because we actually want it to... There's so much to do. Custom event, spawn enemies. Get actors of class, enemy spawner for each loop. We will create a custom event in the enemy spawner. Custom event, we'll call it spawn enemies. For each loop, we'll have an input in here as well. It'll be an integer. This will be the number of enemies that can spawn in a level. So spawn count. I used the wrong for each loop. For loop. There we go. So basically what this means is it will always try to spawn an enemy once. Yeah. Anyway, loop body spawn enemies. No, not like that. Spawn actor from class. Enemy parent. Get actor transform. And we'll actually add a small delay, excuse me. So let's change the trigger volume. Instead of attack the player, we're going to say spawn enemies. And then here, after all enemies are spawned, it will cast to combat mode, get game mode, attack the player. It would help if we actually set up those stuff, huh? Combat mode, get all actors of class. So let's get enemy spawn count. Make this an integer. Cast to enemy spawner. Spawn enemies. Plug in this integer. And just to test it, let's make the default value 5. And then we will divide that by the length of the array. Why? Well, if we have 5 enemy spawners and we're going to spawn 25 enemies, we don't want all 25 to spawn in the same place. So, math, it's cool. This is not how I want to do this. Maybe it's fine. There's one. Oh shoot. There's two. There should have been more than that. Here, let's make the enemies a little more sporadic. What if, instead of delaying for 3 seconds... Not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. Am I blind? Yes, I am. But, like, am I blind? Here we go. Random float in range. The enemies will wait anywhere between... I don't know. 1 second and 10 seconds before they charge the player. One, two, I don't know why it's not spawning as many as it should be. First index, last index, delay 2 seconds, spawn enemy. Combat mode. Spawn count is 25. Get all actors of class. There's only one in the level. Oh, we also want this trigger volume to destroy itself when it's done. Yeah, it should be looping itself. One. It's only doing it once. Okay. What if instead of doing this division thing, right? Okay, what if we just hook it up directly? 25 enemies. You need to spawn 25 enemies. Can you do that? It is not spawning 25 enemies. So that for loop is not working. That's what I'm seeing. That's not gonna work. What if we set first index to 1? I doubt that changes anything, but we can at least try it. Yeah, that's not working either. Okay, let's try something different then. Instead of having an input for that, right? Oh man, I knew how to do this before and now I'm just totally stun locked. Okay, spawn enemies. Get all actors of class, enemy spawners. You know, what if I do add 2 real quick? Alright, we have 2 enemy spawners. We can get rid of our guy there. Delay 2 seconds. Spawn that. Maybe put a sequence here. Think. What if we do a for loop here instead in the game mode? $25 divided by 2, maybe? This looks stupid. It's probably not going to work. Yeah, I didn't think so. For loop. First index. Last index. I don't know. Alright, last ditch effort. Spawn count. Do a branch. Is spawn count greater than 0? If yes, do this whole thing. But also, let's promote this to a variable. Now, is spawn count greater than 0? If true, do this in sequential order. Delay 2 seconds, spawn the enemy, and then decrement 1 unit from that count. Then tell the game mode, attack the player. Right? Go down. And spawn enemies. It'll loop itself as long as this is true. And if it's false, it does nothing. It just stops. It'll stop on its own. Now, take this back into the loop body. Plug that in. One. Okay. What are we doing here? Let's get a print string in here. Print string, plug this in. What number are you being fed? 0 and 12. Okay. Then what if I just say, well, what if I just say spawn 5 enemies? One. Okay, so something's failing after the initial spawn. Let's do a print string right here. Okay, so that much is working. Oh, maybe it would help if I did that, huh? Oh, it crashed. Infinite loops detected. Okay. Oh, I know why, because we're calling the event. Wait. I guess just in case, maybe if we add a delay. Okay, that fixed that much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay. That got crazy very fast, but it seems to be working. Only issue is that the combat mode is telling every enemy to attack all at once, and I don't think that's what I told it to do. Attack the player, get enemy parent. Is length greater than 0? If yes, random attack. Oh, you know what? It's because yeah, it's because there's nothing telling the game mode to only tell 1 or 2 at a time. So what we're gonna do is not the enemy spawner, enemy parent. Where's your attack? Attack, here we go. And then we'll add an and boolean. I'm not sure how to do this. Get. Oh, I know what I want to do. We need to do a for loop before this. So for each loop, cast to enemy parents. I want to see how many are pending action, essentially. I might be doing this the hard way. Pending action. Make this a boolean, an array. Get, add. Get pending action. Oh my god, this is getting so complicated so fast. Okay, let's move the branch about. Are there any even alive over here? So as long as this is longer than 0, then we can continue. We'll slide this up. Pending action. Get length. Is the length greater than? This is not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it. I'm getting so lost in here. Okay, let's get rid of all this. This. How to do this, how to do this, how to do this. Maybe instead of having it attack the player up here and controlled by the spawner, at the end of spawn enemies, we can just say attack the player. And we can even add a delay, so that way it's guaranteed to trigger after 5 seconds. Then we can just get rid of this, get rid of this. And now we should only be attacked by one enemy at a time. Oh, yep, there's the first one. Oh, and my collisions are not working now. That's not good. Okay, we got some fixing to do. Oh god. Enemy parent. Capsule. Have we been hitting the static mesh this whole time? Is that what was going on? Let's do custom collision and we'll do overlap. Okay, that's not working. What if we do block visibility? What did I break? Real quick, is the event tick rotation maybe contributing? I doubt that, but could it be? Okay, that's not it. Okay, what did I do? I totally botched this. Capsule component. Collision enabled. There we go. Okay, cool. That's at least working. The enemies are a little bit close, so we're gonna tweak that real quick. Charge, here we go. Acceptance radius, let's do 450? 500, let's do 500. Oh, that's cool. We can actually interrupt their attacks too. Or is he stun locked? He's stun locked. Okay. So what we're gonna need to do then is when they take a hit, apply damage, apply damage. Here we go. We also want to do anim notify combo reset, I'm pretty sure. Actually, we didn't even put functionality for combo reset. That's kind of an issue, isn't it? Blueprints, enemy animation blueprint. Anim notify, combo reset. This here. Set pending action to false. And just to make sure, I need to turn on the pop-up bubbles so badly. Okay, pending action, play animation, enemy attack. And then apply damage. Set pending action to true. And then on finished, we can just copy this. Set pending action to false. Maybe just in case also disable movement. When they die, they die. Any one of you to attack. I wonder if the hit stun animation is just really long for some reason.
Look.
Content, 3D, animations, enemy hit react montage. Here, at combo reset, let's change combo reset to something different. We'll add a notify for them. We'll call it punish, just so that way we have something we can work with here. Anim, notify, punish. Oh, hello?
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm awake. That was
You're
nearly
awake.
not a thing. How's the tippity tapping going?
We're making progress. I got blue screened by freaking how to program AI for a second there, but I figured it out. It kind of worked. There's a small bug going on right now where if you hit the enemy, they'll play their hit stun animation. They will do that. But then they just kind of freeze. Oh, that's why, because... Oh my god, I'm so silly. Okay. So, right about here. Oh, it's baked into the montage. The animation is too long. The freeze frame that I thought was a bug is literally just... The animation is just done. But it's got extra frames doing nothing. So now if I make a new montage after taking those frames out and replace the hit react animation with the new one, punch that guy. Nope, he's still bugged. Okay. I'm not sure why he's bugged. Yeah, the animation is not even that long. Okay, what did I do to make the hero character not get stuck like that? Apply damage, here we go. Go to the hit react montage. Why did I close that tab? Asset browser. BF hit react montage. Combo reset. Okay, so if I go to the player's animation blueprint, which does require me to actually go to the animation blueprint, as it turns out. Go to the event graph. backtracks all that. Combo reset. I don't do anything crazy. Set pending action. Okay, let's punch another dude. Oh, now he's fixed. Okay, I don't know. Alright, we're running out of time, so I'm going to just implement one of my favorite tropes in superhero shows. There's a secret rule with superhero shows, Joe. Do you know what it is?
Can't interrupt transformation sequences.
One more time?
You cannot interrupt transformation sequences.
That's correct. You cannot interrupt transformation sequences. Let's implement that. So what we're going to do here is actually fairly simple. I learned about this from watching a video like 5 years ago and just remembering it today. When you press the transformation button, instead of putting on the dynamic camera first and then transforming you, we are going to look through the entire level for all enemies that are enemy parents. Go to for loop. Unreal, don't crash, I swear to God. Tick. Set actor tick enabled to false. Then, when the transformation sequence is done, we will go back through and turn their brains back on again.
You're not allowed to interrupt anyways. Might as well turn your brain off.
Right? Right, so to test this, I'm going to actually lower the number of enemies. Yeah, right. Let's spawn maybe 4 sets of enemies. And then we'll test it. Alright, so let's have them spawn first. 1, 2, press it. Oh, I got punched anyway. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's have them... Let's do this. They are still active. Okay, so what did I do wrong? Hero character. Get all actors of class. Set tick enabled. Okay. That's not working. That's not working. Get control AI controller. Set tick enabled. Maybe that's how that works. No, that's not how that works. Okay. Get all actors of class does not work. What if we put this in the game mode then? Maybe that's the issue? Probably not, but definitely not actually. Think. Get all actors of class, enemy parent. For each loop. Do I need to cast to them maybe? Cast to enemy parent. set tick enabled. Okay. No, that's not how that works. What if I do set world tick? Actor tick. I have a crazy idea. What if we just pause the damn game? Or make the player the exception? Set game paused. True. And then set tickable when paused. Ourself. And then when the transformation is done, we unpause the game. Unreal, please don't crash. I know you're doing your best. Well, that just paused the whole game, so at least we know that's working. Okay, what if we reverse the order of this? We make our actor tickable when paused, and then pause the game. Not quite. Maybe that's in the class defaults. Tick even when paused. Here we go. See if that works. Well, good news. Our character is doing the thing, but not the wheel. Which, if I'm correct, we can fix by just going to class defaults. Tick even when paused. Nope. Ah! That's so much. It says tick even when paused. Can I pause actors? Evidently not. I'm not sure what else it wants me to do. Issues? Yeah, Awen. Trying to essentially pause enemy behavior when we're transforming. And evidently that's not quite working. Or at the very least, when it is working, we can't actually transform. Which is a little silly, but that's what we're facing right now. Yeah. And it's literally just the wheel. The wheel itself is the only thing not doing the thing.
Is the wheel an enemy actor?
Well, the enemy actor. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, no, that's not it. Sorry, you were saying? Joe?
Is the wheel an enemy actor?
No. I'm trying one more thing here. I made the actor tickable, but not all of its components. So I'm gonna try and make all of its components tickable when paused and see if that fixes it. How are you handling pausing the enemies? Pausing the whole game and just before I load a level, just saying like, hey, the player and all of his stuff is the exception to that rule, so don't do that. Okay, and that didn't work either, so, well, there goes that logic. Oh, maybe it would help if I turn that too. Okay. One more try, one more try. I'm not sure anymore. Let's try that other method one more time of just telling all the enemies you are paused. Get all actors of class. Enemy parent for each loop. What if I tick? Get component tick, that's not it. Set actor tick enabled. Let's do a print string here just to make sure that's even trying to happen right now. Okay, it is trying to disable the tick on the enemies, it's just not working. Okay, what if we do enemy AI controller? That shouldn't work, but... Uh-oh, blueprints have unresolved compilation errors. Oh, I know why. Okay, compile. Yep. For some reason, every time you use a for loop, Unreal Engine wants you to use a different one for every time you plug in something. I don't know why, but I'm not going to think too hard about it either. Okay, we got enemies, and they're still going. Okay. Ooh. For each loop. Set tickable and pause, get a tickable and pause. Maybe deactivate for their AI. I swear if this works. That says character movement and mesh, so probably not that. So what if I Go back to enemy AI controller for each loop. Nope, deactivate is not a thing. Disable input. Target is actor. Well, it's worth a shot. Alright, let's spawn the enemies. Turn around. That did not work. Man. Alright, worst case scenario. Google is our friend. UE5. Let's call it time stop. Global time dilation. That sounds interesting. Global time. Set global time dilation. Okay. And then it says, give your character a custom time dilation so they can move freely. Set global time dilation node, set it to 0. That will stop time. Set global time dilation to 0 right after get a reference to your character. Set custom time dilation node. Set custom. Oh my god. Okay. And set it to 1. Alright, let's just try this. This sounds interesting. Okay. The enemies are frozen. Oh shoot, my character is not ticking. Well, my character is, but nothing's happening. So that's interesting. Okay, well, at least we got something going here. Interesting. Well, we're part of the way there. We're part of the way there. Okay, well, that didn't work. It says it works for the actor, but nothing about my actor is working, so that's not a good start. Okay, so we know that this is working. It's just this isn't working. So maybe when we get to this point, set custom time dilation. There we go. Set this to 1. Maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. But it's something worth trying. We should probably close these other tabs that we're not using. Could be affecting our performance here. Not quite. I wonder if our animation blueprint is also being affected by this. Get animation blueprint. Hmm. You know what? I saw a video yesterday. Maybe if I find that video, because it did talk about it briefly. I didn't pay attention to it because I was like, that'll be cool to try tomorrow or something. But let's see, I added it to my watch later. Or maybe I lied and I didn't add it to my watch later. Well, at least I know what YouTube channel it was. Alright. Can I search his channel? I can search his channel. He sure says wasting time a lot. Okay, what if I just type in Unreal Engine time stop? Okay, time dilation. Alright, let's try this one. Okay. Oh. Here's another one. He's using a timeline node, which is interesting. Okay. Let me go back to when he was editing the timeline. Oh wait, this is slow motion. It's not quite the same thing. Well, I guess we can just do slow-mo instead. 0.01, like that. And that's not working. Okay. Ah. If I do 0.5 global and then 1 for the player. Okay, it just makes the transformation longer. Set global time dilation back to 1, please. Okay, I think I figured it out. When you set the global time dilation and you set your custom one is just kind of either multiplying or adding. I'm not 100% sure of the math there, but yeah, that's more normal. Oh god. We've got to set these back to 1. Set custom time dilation back to 1, please. Okay, so let's get the enemy spawning. That's embarrassing. Okay, so we actually need to do another cast down here. Here to here to here. Okay, so if we do 0.1, quick math. Oh god, my brain's not working. Okay. Well, let's leave it at 2 and see what happens, I guess. Okay, 2 is not fast enough. What if we do 10? That was really delayed. Why was that so delayed? Oh, because there's a delay down here, so that might be part of it. What if we set that to 0.1? It's a little bit better. Let's do 0.05. There we go. Cool. All right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it here. It'll be a long stream tomorrow, but we will get this done. I think tomorrow we'll probably do some level design so we can at least have some combat arena set up, and then main menus, special effects. Yeah. In the meantime, thanks to everyone who tuned in. It's always a pleasure as always. We'll pick this back up again tomorrow. Have a good night.